Hello, everybody, and welcome to Clueless Company, episode 18. I'm Chris.
I'm Steven.
I'm Gerardo.
I'm Albert.
And it took forever to start this episode.
Chris broke a few things,
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. We'll
Some
see if the
very-
camera dies and falls. Any of the viewers are currently standing very precariously right now on a dead third leg. But
Held up by another stand.
And a flip-flop.
yeah, held up by a
Flip-flop.
stand and a flip-flop. Jesus.
Very expensive.
Yeah, this is a high-tech, highfalutin type of podcast,
Yeah, bro.
right?
This is $1,000 worth of fucking equipment.
This isn't some low budget, four-person fucking YouTube podcast. What are you doing?
Yeah, bro.
Professional studio,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, people don't realize we paid thousands of dollars. For
Yeah,
a
that's a
studio.
Louis
Yeah,
Vuitton
bro.
flip-flop. Right
Yeah.
We paid big money for all this aesthetic right here, okay?
Yeah,
This is a lot of money. I got a freaking thing on the wall right there. Cost $1,000 alone.
This is
Yeah.
100% sheep wool.
100% sheep.
100% sheep right here.
Just ground up sheep. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. How was your guys' week?
That's chilling.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
cool.
chill.
Well,
That's it.
Yesterday was
Move
probably,
on.
Yesterday was probably my highlight of the week when I went to my cousin's dinner.
Right, yeah, you're all you
Fontana.
can
First
eat.
time Rhode Island dinner all week.
Yeah.
bro.
In
First
his
time I
life.
was let out.
Jeez. Yeah, it's becoming more normal here in the news these days.
Yeah.
What kind of dinner was it? Was it just like
It
a
was
giant
a-
family?
Birthday dinner.
Damn.
Yeah. It was a
Was it?
it was a Mexican.
How many people were there?
Well, in our party it was just 10.
Damn. You
Okay,
only need
okay.
2 people for a party, though.
Yeah.
Did you hear two's a party, three's a crud?
Exactly. There's too
What
many
about
people
10?
here. It's too
Damn, I
it's
had
too
some great
little.
birthday parties growing up.
Yeah.
Just two people. You guys ever have any awkward birthday parties?
I think
I've
that's
been
every
to all-
elementary
Yeah.
school birthday party, honestly.
I feel like I just normally invited whoever. I mean, I know you guys in elementary school, so this isn't going to get awkward for me at
I
all.
invited him and a bunch of people to my birthday parties when I had them at the lagoon.
Oh,
The
damn,
lagoon?
that's cool.
Yeah. I think they were always at the lagoon. Or some type of pool or something.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's always
Yeah.
weird when you get invited from like a classmate in elementary school where you don't really know them, but you
Oh,
know
but
you
you
gotta invite the
get-
whole class
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of. It's like
you feel
okay,
bad
so
if you don't,
and then you
yeah.
go into the birthday. It's like, what do I get them? I don't even know them. So
I don't know this person does.
I don't. I just know his first name. That's about it.
I just know he goes to my school.
Yeah. And then you just kind of linger around with the people that
yeah.
you only know. It's like I don't know.
My parties were usually pretty big just because I have a big family. So,
Okay.
We're not talking about family birthdays, Steve. That's
Yeah.
totally different.
I
from,
mean,
like,
most
school.
my-
Didn't get the assignment,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like they're forced to be there, though.
So are the kids, to be fair.
they come from pretty far, so
The same,
Steven's like, I'm loved. Stop waiting on me.
the same Fast and the Furious, bro.
Yeah. You actually do have family come from pretty far normally that travel in.
Mhm.
What's like the farthest family member that's come to you? Like,
Paris.
yeah, I
Damn,
was
what the
16.
fuck?
Yeah, you have family in France. So, God, I'm so jealous. I don't know. My family is like, it dies out. It's like we have family back east in like Jersey, we know of, and family back in some redneck ass states in the mid-U.S. We don't know anything of like the family that's in the original countries. All gone. That information's gone.
I think the furthest one away from me is probably in Washington.
Damn.
It's good as fuck. It's still far. Yeah.
I have some a little north of there in Quebec.
Jesus. Steven's like, I'm loved. I need you to know.
He wants the attention.
Yeah, bro.
That's impressive though. Good for you. Like that is family. My family would not travel that far.
Have you been to Quebec?
I have, yeah.
Damn.
Well, it was only for a short bit because we did, my family and some family friends, we did a whole tour from New York up to Quebec and then back down. We saw Niagara Falls and all that shit.
Thanks for the invite.
When we went to Philly, though,
He just ignores it.
when we went to Philly, we went to this Philly cheesesteak factory.
A
They were out of cheese.
What?
Philly cheese
What?
what
Factory?
Philly cheese. Well, it wasn't like a.
factory? Do they just make the cows there?
I don't remember. It looked like a factory. So I was pretty young, so I don't
Yeah, it was
remember.
probably like rolls and connected to a
Yeah.
shop and stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, they were out of cheese for the day, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Like, what else are you guys supposed
We
to
didn't get any
Yeah.
Philly cheesesteaks.
At that point, you're just getting meat in a bun, which is like, for sure, it's good meat still.
We didn't get
but-
anything.
Yeah. Just pretend this cheats. You know? It's like that old movie Hook. Okay. It's like,
But yeah,
How do you
it
run
was,
out
it
of
was,
cheese?
it's pretty dope. That
Damn.
so
is
was
it-
my only time out of the country too.
So it was like from New York, and then you went like west, and then went north, or is
Kind
it
of,
like
yeah.
kind of like?
It was mostly going north. I don't remember
Oh.
too much.
So you didn't go
Because it was
to
all on a tour bus,
Chicago?
you know. I didn't pay attention. To the road.
Chicago.
Albert can't believe he didn't go to Chicago.
That's how they speak there.
Chicago. You didn't get your.
Yeah, I don't remember too much. It was like I remember New York, I remember Philly, and then Niagara and Quebec.
How old were you?
I was like 8.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's about the age I was when I went to Hawaii. So yeah, I'm not surprised you don't remember everything.
We used to go to Hawaii too a lot, like pretty much every summer, until I was like 12.
Do you have family there? No.
No.
Oh.
It was just the vacation spot.
Yeah, Hawaii's cool.
My
I'd live
vacation
there.
was at home.
I got the day
Sometimes
off.
that's better than. I think the farthest my relative is in Australia, but I've never been there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dang.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
But then I don't think that's too much different from the U.S. honestly,
Well, yeah.
Just
yeah.
in terms of like European kind of culture. A lot of like.
No, weirdly enough, I was actually looking at because everyone's heard this thing, right? For Australia, that British drop convicts there. And it was one. It's
Akon?
true. It's true. Like they did do that, but two, I'd never asked this question before. Why? It's
Why
really
not?
far. It's really far. That's why. And the idea I think people had in the image, like these like murders, people like harsh crime, it was the opposite. The only people they would truck off to Australia was petty crime. The idea was you were in a shit situation. You did something shitty, but it wasn't anything that murdered anyone or really hurt society that much. So you have a good shot actually of like if we give you a reset, put you in a new society, you'll probably do something good still. If you get a job and shit, you just didn't get to do that. So they shipped you to Australia. That was the idea. It's 'cause they put people for petty crimes to start new colonies because they viewed them as not actually aggressive or bad enough to be like harmful and murder people and do stuff. But, like they were thrifty enough to try and survive still. So the idea like these are the people that you would send across to try and build colonies.
We'll just send them thousands of miles away from their home.
Yes, where they don't know anything. Where they were probably doing petty crimes to afford shit for their family.
They probably thought all the dangerous animals and insects over there were frightening them enough.
I've always wanted to go like the Great Barrier Reef.
Oh, go fast. It's dying.
We did go to Great Barrier Reef. What are you talking about?
Damn, bro.
Don't you remember in like 2nd or 3rd grade with that fucking video that we watched?
Oh yeah.
We went to Australia. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Damn. You guys watch a video about going to the Great Barrier
Yeah, bro. We
Yeah.
pretended we were on a plane.
That was a joke about it.
I think we sat on our little seats, and then they played the video of like
Oh
the
my
plane
God.
shit,
Damn.
and we flew over there.
It's American education.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Very
Did they
privileged.
have the wheel at the old ass TV on the stand?
No, I think
Oh, you're futuristic. You had a projector or something?
no, I don't think it was a TV. Was it?
I honestly
I
don't
don't
remember
know.
this at all.
Probably was.
She just reenacted it. The teacher was reenacting the trip.
Damn.
Yeah, we had VR goggles and
Yeah,
everything.
bro. We were the future.
Jesus Christ. God damn, man. I don't even know what to say about that. Although, yeah, Great Barrier Reef is apparently dying. I did watch this really sad documentary of this dude who loved coral to the point he was a videographer. That's what his job did. When they asked him to hire on, they wanted people to do marine videography for the Great Barrier Reef this documentary. He could like name all these types of coral, and he was clearly like a hobbyist, and he loved coral, and he really wanted to go. He went, and at the end of the documentary is him crying in the interview chair, saying, "I dreamed of this since I was a kid, going to see it, and we sat here for 3 months watching one of the Great Purges happen, and watching an entire area of the Great Barrier Reef just bleach white."
Damn.
Not coral.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I think the fact is it's just coral. I was like, jeez. If it's just like aquatic life, okay, but it's just like
No, yeah.
I love coral.
Well, I guess coral is alive. It is aquatic life
Yeah.
still. It's also alive, and it would be like if we lived in houses that were alive and our houses were dying. That's kind of what the coral is for fish. It's
If my
like
house was alive, I'd be scared.
yeah, well, and if it
I
was
watched
dying, you'd be
Monster
more
House.
scared. It's like
Exactly, Monster House.
I
Yeah.
watched that.
It's like one of those
Or
episodes
Smart House.
from the
It's
Grand
smart.
Tour.
Was the one with the AI?
The Grand Tour.
Oh, what the fuck?
ground tour.
The guys from Top Gear.
Oh,
So they
okay.
go to
Yeah.
them. They went to. They try to revive the coral or whatever.
Oh gosh.
They used like old vehicles, I guess, to
Yeah.
make it as a base or something like that.
Yeah, there's coral ends up necessarily. It's just like a virus, something a bacteria. It just kind of grows and multiplies.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and so it technically just needs supported areas to grow on. But then coral can be self-sufficient and like stack on. That's how you have the huge reefs and like all this stuff.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do, and then they dumped it in the wrong place.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was a depressing ass documentary. Bella picks the most depressing documentaries to watch ever.
Jeez.
Every time she picks a documentary, it's so
Any nature
depressing.
documentary
Some
right
are
now
at
is
least just,
depressing
like,
though.
for high people though. If you watch a space one or you just watch like some nature documentaries, it's just like a high person could just start
You know what?
watching.
What's
bro.
good to watch when you're high or drunk is Planet Earth or something
Mm.
like that, or like the equivalent, the one where you're in the water. I forgot what it's called.
Nah, bro, you gotta watch the one with Snoop Dogg narrating it.
Oh yeah, that's good too. But it's too short, dude. It's
That
too
is too
short.
short,
It's only
but-
like 3 minutes.
Or Benedict Cumberbatch, he did one.
Penguins.
The penguins. That was the whole joke for him forever. He can't say the
Say
word penguin, yeah. And he still won't say it in interviews if people ask him. And they're like, what was
Damn.
the whole penguin thing? He's like, okay, there was a documentary where I said a word. I said it wrong a lot. I don't say the word anymore. No one can ask me about the word. I'm not saying it.
God.
So funny. So the idea, if you have like, it's not even like an accent. Like he really just didn't know how to say the word penguin.
Yeah,
He was like
no, it's just-
penguin. He was like doing the like the accent like mark in,
Yeah.
like other
Yeah.
places, like really accenting like the end of it instead of just like a penguin. And it's just,
It's just a gwh sound. It's
Yeah,
just like,
it's
you couldn't pronounce it right.
he couldn't do it. I don't know why. His British ass self couldn't do it. He's penguin.
He forced himself to say it right.
By the end, it was getting weirder because he had to say penguin like 50 times in this documentary because it was in this ice area.
Just gotta record it and just
Yeah,
play it,
bro.
right? Play it one time, you just
then
put it over
just-
this every time he says it, dude.
Yeah, just
Oh,
edit it over.
No one
it.
stopped him or anything.
No, he just kept it going, the audio recording for us. He was watching the thing, narrating the film he was watching, and it would just be like, here you see the penguins as they slide down into the water. Penguins are interesting birds because they can't fly like normal, but they can swim faster than most. And penguins, and he's just like had this
Kept going,
weird
kept
emphasis at the end every time. I was like, what is going on? It's like you almost thought it was a comedy, but it wasn't. And then it is now something I'm sure he feels attacked a little bit by because people make fun of him for it a lot. But I mean, he's Benedict Cumberbatch, he's a great actor. He can pull down one notch.
Yeah.
Just play it off. You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody cares about that.
You're still fucking rich ass motherfuckers. Decent looking guy who's a rich actor. It's like you'll be fine. He didn't go Shia LaBeouf crazy. He'll be good.
Yeah, man.
Do it.
Huh?
Just
do it. God.
The greatest motivator of our time.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, the greatest motivator of all time is that guy with the Lambo because he read books.
Oh no.
Oh, dude. That's
I
on
don't know.
every YouTube
Ty
clip.
Lopez.
Is that
Yeah.
his name? I don't remember.
Hate that guy.
That didn't work out.
He's on
It didn't
every single
work?
commercial, dude. Every
Yeah.
single like YouTube ad. I was like, man, no one cares about you and your books, bro.
Yeah, he did the worst PR for himself ever.
I forgot what year that came out. When I started seeing that.
Probably.
Yeah, I know.
Probably after like 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say around 14.
What's he doing
15.
now, dude? Still
Same thing.
He's still
a
reading.
different
Look at
car.
my books.
Still reading.
He gets paid $1 million per book, man. You
Yeah,
don't know?
bro. I read one book and now I got a free Ferrari.
Yeah.
Every book he gets a new car.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm pretty sure he is like an rich entrepreneur type person.
Jesus
Like he
Christ.
makes companies, sells things, and moves on type of deal. Like everyone who does that fake ass motivational speaking on social media these days.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
There's so many. I see so many of
Suckers.
those guys that, like
Got him.
like I see so many of those like, well, buy my course and like how to buy stocks and like you'll get like my stock portfolio for next month and shit. Like you can follow me. Like all these things. It's like, bro, just stop. Please, just stop. It's like we were even joking with COVID these days. It's like so much of the market can be affected by COVID. It's like the new Omicron like variant that's coming. Sounds like a Digimon. Omicron variant that's coming out. It's like it kind of affects the stock market in a really like regular way, almost to a degree that's like kind of getting easy to watch stocks and make money in stocks because the same industries and the same same industries in each economic system are just like getting hit every time. It's like, okay, this next one that dips, it's like just buy it when it dips low again. Like just wait. Just do whatever you want these days in stocks. It's great.
I haven't kept up to news on the new strain. Where is it like mostly like the
Is this
epicenter is mostly right now.
Where it was first found. So you do have to be specific with medical stuff like this, and that is first found located. It's hard to track where it first was. You can track its family, but doing where it created was a different thing. So it's centralized first found in South Africa. And they had, thankfully, very good labs in South Africa and stuff that ended up finding it. It was good for everyone else in the world. And then we've had two, from what I've read, two of the biggest mass spreading events have been one in New York and one in Sweden. And both of them were basically due to business people who traveled to South Africa to do business and then traveled back to either a business party one, or the other one I think was an investing party, from what I remember, like an investing like group like deal where they're trying to put money up for different products and stuff. And so we've had two decently sized, it's not the biggest, some mass spreaders for the other variants like hundreds. This one's still smaller, so it's in the 60s, but those are the two biggest mass spreading events I think I've read so far outside South Africa.
Was it like fairly contained? Because most countries do some sort of testing or a quarantine period.
Unfortunately, Sweden is one of the countries that doesn't necessarily like the quarantining. They're one of the Scandinavian countries that didn't actually go towards that route.
But New York, what happened?
New York,
that's like the spot you don't want to start.
And that's I was telling Bella this. I actually said I give it 2 weeks before it it spreads where it's just more normal now. Because you don't want to spread in New York. But there was, I'm fairly sure it was just an investing party. And everyone separated, people got tested, and then it came back to like at first the first round was like 30 people tested positive, and then it was up to like 60 to 70 or something at the event. Which I think the event had like 120 people, so the number could still increase. But
damn, dude, reminds me of that movie, that quarantine movie. You gotta lock them all in. You gotta kill them all.
Jesus Christ!
Yep.
I mean,
I remember that movie.
You remember that movie?
I
I remember that movie. It was,
Funny.
it was zombies, but same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Might be more of a reason to shoot people turning into zombies than someone who might fall ill.
You gotta contain it all in one building, and then you just gotta
shoot the shit out
Going
of
back to the old plague days of just burning bodies outside churches and stuff. Jesus Christ. But those have been the biggest from I've seen. And so the problem that I've seen in Omicron, why people are talking about it, for anyone who's watching, I'm not a researcher, I found it for the internet. But the idea was that it picked up some spike protein or enzymes, whatever, that attach to it, that multiply, that make it look more like a common cold. Necessarily, so it looks more, and the common cold necessarily, it's not following that genetic pattern or anything, so it's not as transmittable, it doesn't mutate as fast, but its ability to hold on and take hold in a new host has increased almost to the degree of the common cold.
But how is it more?
I haven't seen anyone say it's more lethal or anything.
Okay.
I haven't seen that. So right now it might just spread faster, but I'm not saying it's easier or worse or easy mode or hard mode or whatever. I just haven't read anything about if it's more lethal. It's dense. Now when we're talking podcasts, I do actually have to try and research some shit when we're talking about, because I figured this would come out at some point, so I have to go through some research papers and stuff. So it did take me a little bit even just to get that. But I guess there already were some extra spike proteins on the other variants we had, and now this is almost like double the amount of spike proteins on top of it, so it makes it a lot more able to take hold in the human body or something.
It never really hit me that like more than 1 million people died in the country. Like maybe just because I don't know anybody within the primary circle that died. They got it, but nobody actually died. So it's kind of weird. Not thinking about it, like in 1 year, roughly 1 million people in the U.S. Just kind of.
Yeah, how long has this been going now? Is it almost 2 years?
It's
almost
about
2
to hit
years.
2 years now.
Yeah, when did this actually start? Doesn't even remember.
It was 2019.
Like the month-ish.
Right.
I mean,
Oh.
2020?
2020, like March. I
Yeah,
wanna say.
that's when it got
Well,
really
from
big.
lockdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
yeah,
we're like a couple months away from 2 years, and damn.
Yeah. Because even though I have to work in healthcare, nobody I know directly died either. But people get it. But
Yeah, I don't know anyone directly that died from cancer yet, but it's
it's kind of weird.
still something I worry about. But no. But yeah, it is getting to a point, I will say as a PSA to anyone who does watch this, there will probably be arguments start to go around in the next year or so of the variants will just keep coming. The idea behind the vaccine is to strangle virus before it mutates to the point where it can spread to multiple types of variants where people need multiple vaccines. And that is the idea of strangling it. Originally, we didn't do that. It's getting to that point now where you might end up having to have a specific vaccine necessarily for specific variants. I don't necessarily really want people to go, this is the government made shit. You're an idiot.
They're
You're
chipping
fucking
us.
You're a fucking idiot. I'm getting over the U.S. population at this point. It's like I can't.
It's so dumb.
But as a just say, just get the vaccines. Just fucking. It's like
It's Bill Gates chipping us, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's
Fucking-
it's kind of ridiculous. You have chips all around you. In this room for GPS trackers, we have like 6.
Your phone alone. Is
It's
just
like I mean we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 phones and I have 4 laptops that are all gonna have GPS attached to them. Like we have 4 trackers on us all the fucking time. They already did that. If they wanted to track us for conspiracy theorists, they already did that. Run into a forest and hide. I don't know. I don't know why you're on a laptop.
Go off the grid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a conspiracy theorist about the chipset, I don't know why you're on the internet. You shouldn't be on the internet at all. Like, not because you're an idiot, but you are an idiot. But also because
You're an idiot.
you could track the people. Yeah, it's stupid. All the conspiracy, it's gone too far. We need to choke it before it gets too widespread. It's too much. I fucking hate the U.S. population at this point. It's like I asked you guys. Like I already got my fucking booster, but let's say that booster. Don't know how well it's gonna do against Omicron. I might even have waited in line for 2 hours just to have to go get another fucking vaccine again. That's fine. I'm doing that. Jesus Christ.
When'd you get it?
A week ago now.
Did you get any symptoms the day after, like the
No.
first?
Just the
Sore
her
arm.
arm, yeah. I haven't had any like real effects from any of them so far.
Same.
Like I might have gotten like a bit more tired or something, and I just didn't notice it. 'Cause my ADD meds admittedly keep me like I'm coked up most days, so it's I don't really feel the energy lows like most people do.
It's fine. I'm always tired, so.
Yeah.
You should get that checked out.
It's just sleep deprivation. It's fine.
I always have the opposite of being bored. It's like everyone like if you partake in marijuana use, you can get sleepy after, whatever. It's like I was on my ADD meds. I would do that early in the day. It's like, but then we're off until pretty late in the day. And it's like I would smoke at some point, and it's like everyone else would go like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm tired," and I would still be sitting there like, fucking wired still. It's like like I can't sleep. Well, I'm like happy. Like the effects take a hold from like tree, from weed. We're like, I'm not sleepy. It's like I can't do that shit. Like I can't nap. I'm not a napper.
Oh, I can nap.
I don't like
If I got the
napping.
opportunity to.
See, napping might help you.
I think you just need
I just
to
need more
sleep
sleep.
general. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like up at the weirdest times. dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
you
my
by
sleep schedule
far-
is just.
You
Fucked.
rivaled my brother when he was in like police, when he would have to like change up his work schedule because he would do the 3 days, but then every so often he'd do buyback hours. So only out of 36 hours and he had 48, whatever. So you have to do an extra day. And it's like he would have to swap his sleep schedule a lot to keep up with that. It's like you remind me of him. It's like that was for police work that he didn't even want to do and ended up leaving that profession. Like,
Damn, Steven, are
I
you
mean,
a
it was
cop?
like when I was
Yeah,
in,
you a cop.
You a cop,
you be a
Like,
good cop.
when I was at
you trying to catch me?
when I used to work night shift, I'd be going to bed at like 10 a.m. and then
Jesus.
well, it's because I wouldn't get off till like 10 a.m. sometimes noon,
Okay.
and then I'd go to sleep. But then like I'd have a day off and I would sleep at a normal time, and it was so weird.
You just gotta be consistent. Dude. You gotta commit to
Yeah,
that same
right.
schedule.
Yeah.
There's no way. Your
Yeah,
body
but
works.
Everyone's
habitually,
awake during
dude.
the day, so it's like if I'm still on the same schedule and on a day off and I'm just awake at night, who am I gonna play games with?
Oh my god.
That is what you used to do. You'd
Still
sit there and be
does.
like, I got off like playing with Mitchell, and I would text you and be like, oh, all right, yeah, I'll get on. And then you'd be talking, you'd be all sleepy, and I'd be like, are you dead? And you'd be like, well, I was just playing with Mitchell until like 7 in the morning, and then you got on.
Are you naturally like a night person though? Is that where
Yeah.
most of your energy is? Yeah.
I got a night owl.
I wish they had like more careers that you just night shifts, dude.
I mean, there definitely should be. I
Right,
feel like
yeah,
a lot, even
jobs.
normal business jobs, they could just like segment it a little bit more. So
It's like most people work a 9 to 5, 8 to whatever, 8 to 4. So it's like if you're not like it's say I don't know,
8 to 4.
yeah,
In America,
somewhere
what?
right there, but like that giant gap. It's like, what do you like if you have something you gotta go to a dentist or whatever? Like nobody's open after that time. They're closed.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
And that's do 5 days a week. It's like I can't go to the fucking dentist.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I gotta call a
Like-
day off,
Yeah.
that's fair, yeah.
or you gotta
It's
go
like
to
you
the
gotta lose
doctor.
a
I
day
gotta
from
call the
work.
day off.
You gotta go to the DMV or
Oh yeah, don't even fuck the DMV. You're not. You need 2 days off. You're not getting it that first time.
No. I haven't even had to go in the DMV in forever.
last time I went, it wasn't bad. I went.
Was it during COVID though?
Yeah, it was. It was. It was early this year. It was like post quarantine,
Okay.
so it was. People were out and shit. But
Oh yeah, it
Well,
it was
even-
smoother during COVID because
No
it's
one was.
because my sister took her license when there was no COVID. Like it was kind of like maybe like 6 months from after the initial big hit. I was like, okay, so usually you can get like your spot in line. You make a reservation, like your appointment, and like she got it within like 10 minutes. I was like, damn, dude,
Damn.
I've never seen that happen
Yeah.
before. You're gonna sit there for like an hour back in
Yeah.
my day, dude.
Yeah.
I went no reservation. I was done in like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were getting, I don't know, the main time I
Yeah.
went to the DMV before was when we got like, I don't know, when I got my license basically.
Yeah, I just
It's
had to
like-
get mine renewed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I guess I just did I guess they said you could change pictures and stuff. Oh, and you could get the.
The real ID.
Real-
Yeah, the
Oh.
real ID. Yeah, got you.
I
still
need to
need
get my
do that.
picture changed.
Same.
Yeah, I don't even look anywhat similar to my old picture.
I still look the same.
Yeah, you do.
Nothing's
You
Nothing's
do-
ever
you do.
changed.
Well, I apparently
Yeah,
look
you
the
still
same.
do.
It's fucking Alex Gately knew who I was.
I basically the same because I think that was post haircut. I didn't have the long ass
Oh, mop
No.
head.
mop head.
When you bring
anymore.
back the mop head.
Next year probably.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
start
Bring
the
it-
trend.
You
Yeah.
just bring it back every winter, you know?
You gotta cut it shorter in winter and keep it super long during summer.
How are you keeping the same length as before? Like, are you
Uh,
gonna go back to the same length or longer?
I keep it the same year round.
Damn. I ain't go back to long hair, dude. That was like a phase. That's like every guy phase later one time
Yeah.
or another.
Middle
You
school,
went
high
you
school.
through
was.
long hair. You went through long hair. Josh went through long hair.
You got.
I think you haven't gone through super long hair.
COVID is when I started getting not like super long, but like long enough to where I can't do it the
Yeah,
spiky
the
hair
COVID
anymore.
hair.
I had to like
You,
do
you
the.
didn't do our mop head.
No, I didn't go that
No.
far. I can't go that far.
I
Anyway.
had, you guys, I mean, none of you. Well, you've seen a picture. You two might have seen a picture
I
when
have,
we were
yeah.
at Coronado.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But none of you guys are actually like, cause we didn't go to elementary school together. You guys didn't actually see me with long hair.
I
It's like
remember the
there was a
picture.
period, yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I don't even know if that was the longest it was. 'Cause
So
that
when
was,
you
like,
bring in the long hair back,
Yeah,
I want to
so-
see.
if it works, fuck it.
Just the
Speaking of-
back.
dude. I feel like I'm starting to lose hair more. Maybe I will let it grow out. It's like, I'm getting older. I'm closer to 30 than 20 at this point, and I
Yeah.
feel like I'm starting to lose a bit of hair these days.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's scary.
Real
I mean,
talk, yeah, I feel
there are
like I
people
am.
in our high school. During high school, their hair was already receding.
Yep.
I mean, we have friends, like, I mean, not even we, like, I have tons of friends, even from NorCal, I started losing hair. I had a friend who ended up being lucky, where he was starting to lose hair, like, fast. And to the point where he was fast enough where he's like, I might go to the doctor. Like, this is big. And he
is
went,
very
and
concerning.
he was right, yeah, and he went to the doctor, it was like a skin doctor, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they checked him, yeah, he had a little skin condition, that was actually because his hair fell out. And he just took some meds and it was fine, his hair grew back. And it was like, and he was just on chance, he was like, I'm just gonna go. It seems weird to go to the doctor for my hair falling out. He's like, but in like a week, I lost like an inch and a half, like,
Damn.
circle of hair. in the area.
Jeez.
And so I was like, yeah.
That's pretty concerning.
Yeah, it's like, that's weird, yeah. It's like, no, mine's just starting to thin, you know, it's not like I'm not getting, I'm
Yeah.
sure I have like a little hole, you know, wherever the dot is in Push's
Oh,
head, like the little flowery point or whatever. I'm sure I have something there, but, you know,
Yeah,
other than that, it's just thinning, yeah. I might get on the fucking, that Hibbs hair stuff soon.
yeah, my hair's still going strong, but I do have like some white hairs. But I've been getting like one or couple strands of white hair since I was like 18, 17.
What are you, an old
I
man in a
don't
child's
know.
body? What
I don't know.
is
You
this?
can kind of see them on the
It doesn't
side.
necessarily mean like you're old.
Yeah.
Either.
You
The
would
white
probably
hairs.
look decent though with like that salt and pepper hair. Like I could see like you having that classic Hollywood streak, you know,
I'll be down.
in the thing.
I'll
Like
be
yeah. It
So
wouldn't
you're
look that
gonna
bad.
dye your hair too?
No.
No, just let it happen naturally. It's the only
Yeah,
good
dude.
way.
Yeah.
I'm
You're not gonna
going
be like one
strong.
of those K-pop stars.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you could still like if I put my hair like that, you would see my scalp. Like I shit you not. Not a joke. I get out of the pool and it's like you like I swear if like I move it's like you can see scalp. It's like
Damn.
it's not
Yeah.
great. It's like I mean everyone in my family has like a full head of hair. It's like I'm just a stressed out motherfucker apparently. My research, my writing, I'm trying to do the podcast and stuff, keeping a distance relationship with Bella at the time, trying to start law school. I'm just losing hair.
You just gotta get a toupee.
Shit, toupee.
At some point, it's like teeth these days. It's like at some point, it's like you know, teeth is a painful thing, but you can always get them fixed. It's
Yeah.
like hair
Yeah.
at this point has gotten to the degree you can get like the hair, like the little installed things. What do they call
Like-
them? Not extension.
Oh.
Not extensions. It's like they implant it in. It's more of a surgical thing for your hair,
Oh.
but you can basically implant hair roots in so it
Yeah.
grows. And it's like we've gotten to that point now. We can do that. It's like your hair loss isn't necessarily a problem. It's just an expensive problem.
Yeah.
It's not really a problem anymore. Like you're gonna lose your hair, but it's like, god damn it. It's like I don't want to deal with this. It's like I can feel it before. It's like I had these like luscious hair. I was like super thick. I'd go into a hairdresser and be like, "Oh, are you sure you want me to cut it?" It's like, it's so nice hair. And now I go in and they're just like kind of talk shit. And they're just like sitting there snipping my hair away. And I'm like, oh my
I
God.
fucking told him.
And I'm like looking. I'm like, oh my God, my lines are getting so bad. I'm like looking at like things in the mirror. I'm like, oh my God. Who knows? Maybe by next podcast I'll be talking about him's hair.
Oh, sponsored.
Yeah, right. Oh God. Yeah. You guys having hair problems?
No.
Well, no.
I was had to think about it.
You scared me, numbers.
If you can still cut yours to that
Yeah, I mean, like
degree
my
of thin,
hair is like generally pretty thick. It grows thick, but
See, but yours isn't as fine line as mine, but yours is literally cut to be that fine line on your
Yeah.
left side. Your snip cut thing there, your left. There you go. Yeah, cause that's cut that way though to be that way. But mine is getting towards that part. It's not meant to be that way. Like my hair is like starting to reach back a little bit. It's like.
it's
Oh.
time for a new hairstyle, Chris.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's
it's time for
true.
a new
I was also
hairstyle.
in a comment saying I'm like the only person who doesn't have their hair styled or cut by a barber, so it looks nice. I literally still go to great clips.
You just gotta go ask for like their opinion, dude.
Yeah,
They probably
Maybe
know
at
more
time.
about hair.
Yeah, bro.
yeah. I don't want to be bald by 35.
They give you a buzz cut, dude.
Oh, if you want to be bald by 35, you can go bald now.
Beat it to.
Beat it.
Beat
Beat it
it.
to the punch, bro.
No, what isn't that?
You're not taking my
I
hair.
don't
I'm
know
taking
what
my
you
hair.
mean. Is that what Mitchell did? Mitchell cut his
Yeah,
hair.
he shaved his head.
Yeah, he shaved it, which didn't look bad for Mitchell maybe. He ended up rocking it, and he looked good in hats. I look shit in hats, so it doesn't work for me. But
What kind of hats?
I think
Yeah,
any
well,
hats,
I think the thing that
from the
works.
baseball to the fedora.
You gotta wear the baseball.
I think the thing that works is because he has a beard.
Oh
still
yeah,
has
I
hair.
counter.
So
I
it
counter.
I
counters
mean,
it.
yeah, I can grow admittedly as much beard hair as you can.
Yeah, but he
basically.
has like the
Although-
Yeah,
thick.
I am
beard.
starting to grow more, like more on the side that I have to cut and stuff that connects like the sideburns to
Oh.
my thing that I have to actually like use my little razor and
See,
like. do
Mine's
the short
annoying
one.
because it doesn't connect here,
Like a
so I just
goatee?
get the sideburns.
Oh,
right?
so yeah, mine does the full. It connects down, and then the mustache connects. So it won't broadly connect like into the face, but it connects all the way down, and the
Yeah.
mustache will connect. So it does look okay when I let it, but
Yeah.
I'm still at that point where it's like the top of my head is going down, but my beard is going up. It's like,
You gotta pick one or the other, Chris.
Yeah,
I want hair. I want hair.
Too late. You're already committed.
Or just shave it all, shave your eyebrows.
Jesus Christ.
Christ.
Oh,
Just grow out the beard, see how it goes. If it goes good, just shave off the head, dude.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
And wear a beanie for the rest
Or
of your
just sideburns. That's it.
yes.
life. Mutton
Getting the
chops.
mutton chops. Yeah.
shouldn't have even brought this up. On other less depressing news than my hair problems.
Hey, bro,
did
you
guys-
wanted style? We'll give you style.
You need gel? Ronald's got gel.
I mean, your gel actually does look good because it's not super shiny.
It'll
but
take
it is
some off.
shiny
It's-
enough where like it shows the
You
hair.
want some, bro?
Years of
Straight
refinement.
off the head.
Years of
I
refinement.
feel like I've seen that in sitcoms. Someone will like run their hair and like or like
Oh.
hands through the hair, then you fucking do it to theirs.
When did you start spiking your hair? I don't remember.
It was middle school.
Middle school.
Damn.
Yeah. Because I don't... In elementary school, I didn't have any style. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't style my hair. It was just whatever.
Yeah.
And in middle school, I started doing that spiky hair stuff.
Yeah.
I had spiky hair as a kid, but yeah, it died.
Never
I think
done
it died
spiky
out
hair.
just because my parents stopped. It's like I was a kid. They told the person to give me spiky hair, and they just stopped doing that.
Yeah.
I was a doll.
That's
full?
not him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Remember-
full hawk was pretty big.
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
just like
yeah.
the front. I don't know why. Just like the front part. It's like a horn.
Or even the Hawkeye, fucking kind of like the skunk hawk, the one where it's like a bit thicker, so it's not like the full point, but it's like a bit more like yours. But if you really wanted it to go in rather than having like the swoop to the side that yours does, you call it like the skunk hawk.
We saw a lot of that from professional soccer players or mohawk. Like,
And skateboarders too. I think that just hit a decent amount of celebrity people at once, where it became
yeah.
a thing. Yeah.
Is your hair like straight naturally, or is it like wavy, or is it like...
Mine... No, it's
straight.
not. It's straight. It's not wavy at all. Like, if I don't use gel, it's thick as fuck, but it's not wavy. It's just
Yeah,
straight.
yours is like
Okay.
straight. It's not flat.
No.
Like my hair when I wake up in the morning looks like I had a baseball cap on.
No, mine like, yeah, mine's not like flat. It'll actually
Have a poof
of
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have dense hair. I mean, you all three have dense hair. I'm the only one who's having problems, apparently.
You want some, homie?
Hymns, please sponsor.
Oh, because you have wavy hair.
Yeah.
Usually Asians don't have wavy hair. It's more like straight hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
is
Like
when
my brother,
Steven
my
finds
brother
out
has
he's
straight
adopted.
hair.
Yeah, because nobody in my family has wavy hair, but my hair is naturally wavy, which is kind of because I don't know how to fucking style hair.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, I styled it for hair that's typically for straight hair.
What creates that? It has to be like the rigidness of hair, right? If it's relaxed, it's just falling by the weight. If it's like rigid, it's like pulling and bending like a wire. If you made it really
No.
rigid, it'd start to bend. So you probably just have decently really healthy, like thick-walled hair, probably, if it starts to bend. Like naturally, just kind of sitting there, like you probably have
Yeah.
decent hair.
No, no,
Yeah.
I'm not a hair expert.
No, it's more just thinking about like tension and material science. Yeah, fuck you, Albert.
I'm not a physics.
I'm a mathematics and physics person, okay, not a hair person. I'm a beautician. Can you tell from my hair? Man.
I'm fucking beautiful.
Oh, speaking of Skunk Hawks and Hawkeye, I guess, have you guys watched Hawkeye? We didn't bring it up last time because me and Steven actually took a bet that you guys wouldn't have watched it. So
I was gonna
You're
wait
still
until
winning that
it
bet,
all
Steve.
comes out. I'm like the person I can't do 5, and then when it's not fully out,
You can't
like,
do like
wait.
weekly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't like do weekly because
Okay.
that's just forever. And I'm gonna forget what happened like a couple weeks earlier.
Kind of like you, but I can only do it for certain shows.
Yeah, I have to have all of it there before I commit the whole season.
Beginning of every episode has recaps.
Nah,
I-
fuck that.
I
But
keep
sometimes
up
they
to date.
miss a couple details though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they get the important ones.
Yeah.
They'll miss. Yeah, they're not gonna go through like all the Easter
No,
eggs
yeah,
and all the
yeah.
shit, like all the stuff that
Like whatever's
you wanna
important
see.
for that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always YouTube videos. That's been a huge thing for me now. It's like every time after me and Bella watch like a Marvel episode, we always go to YouTube right after, and it ends up being either it's another channel if you guys want to see. It's awesome. New Rockstars. They do a bunch of breakdowns for Marvel stuff, like Easter eggs, things that might happen in the future, like breakdowns of trailers to try and guess. Like they were some of the people that caught, or one of the first people on YouTube that caught the Spider-Man. There was 2 trailers that released for the Spider-Man movie that's coming out, and one was released by like Brazil or something, like a Latin American country, and then one was released by the main European group or whatever that was making, or American group that was making it. And the one that was released by the American country was longer, and it was longer in a way that you saw punches that weren't there for characters. You know that
Yeah,
scene in
the
Spider-Man where they're
lizard.
flying together?
Oh.
Yeah, the longer one shows Lizard and one of the people being like hit by something, but you don't see what it is. And so everyone's like, okay, are those 2 other Spider-Men? Like, in those zones, clearly? So it's like all of a sudden they do breakdowns and guesses and future things and stuff. And none of it's necessarily spoilers, so keep it spoiler-free, but it's like their guesses, I don't know, whatever they think is going to happen necessarily. But there's good shit, whatever. But that's become my avid go-to now. It's like I watch a Marvel show, and then I go watch YouTube channels breaking it down.
No.
I do all that to stay up to date for the podcast.
Just can't wait to see Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, bro.
The
Yeah.
OG,
OG,
Spider-Man, dude.
There was also...
Put some dirt in
Dancing
your
down
eye.
the street.
God.
He's like,
If he
"Hold on."
doesn't dance, I'm going to be sad.
Oh.
If he doesn't complain about the door,
Yeah, the door.
I'll pay the rent when you fix this damn door.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Man.
pizza time.
Man, some of those Spider movies for him, I feel bad for. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
But God, the writing for some of those.
Hey,
is
man, it's a
so-
classic.
I don't know, but his crying face though.
No. Yeah, no.
No, the face he made when he stopped that train.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
God.
Classic, dude. The favorite Spider-Man.
So, are you guys excited for the new movie? You said you're excited.
I'm only excited for Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire, bro.
I don't care about the
I
other
have
Spider-Man.
tickets for opening night.
Oh, you
Damn.
bought tickets?
Yeah, Baker bought them for our whole group.
How much?
It was like $17.
Damn.
You know, it's the sad
It's-
part. Don't get that many, like, not a giant podcast. We don't get paid to do this necessarily. It's like I still try to stay updated. So that's like, if the movie has come out and we're having a podcast episode since then, I just ruin it for myself. I just watch YouTube videos, and it's like I just need to stay updated. Especially like now. I mean, it's almost come to a joke now, the end credits scene, because it changes so much every time.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's like just because I don't know what you guys are gonna bring up on here. If like I talk about this, I want to be able to talk about it. So it's like I just ruin movies for myself at this point to try and keep updated with everything. It's been brutal.
I thought they were gonna do something with the one end credit scene from Guardians Volume 2, the Atom.
Black Adam?
No.
No, that's DC.
That's the
I don't know.
I get confused too, though. Yeah.
That golden like shell that they had at the very end.
Don't remember.
See, I didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I did.
I just
it
watched the
has some really
videos.
funny parts.
Yeah.
I
That's some
just-
really funny parts.
I
Yeah, it's
just
really-
watched the videos breaking it down again. See, it's like one of those things where I miss the funny and good parts of a movie, so I could become a researcher and get like the information of it, so I
Like,
know
it's
like
like
what's
a
going
capsule,
on.
like, but obviously encased in gold, like a kind of like Captain America thing where they injected him. They put him in a capsule.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so it's like
yeah.
a person-sized.
There's a
capsule.
person, but it's like, I
Okay,
think
so
the
it's not
guy's
like
name
an
was
egg.
Adam or something like that.
I mean,
Adam
there is
tried.
there's Black Adam. I think you're right. That's DC.
No,
So, yeah,
that's-
he's saying. Oh, 'cause he's saying like that was the whole The Rock thing where he's saying he's changed up like the power
Oh,
dynamics
yeah,
for
yeah.
Superman and all that stuff. And Adam. I mean, I'm sure there's a character in MCU called Adam.
There's another one
Right.
called Adam in DC.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, both.
That's
of
what
them,
I remember.
Both of them started doing. It's like one was started first, I remember, and then one wanted to be great, and then just started doing tit for tat after a while. So I'm not
Yeah.
surprised that they
I
have.
don't
a
know,
lot
because
of,
I know what the next thing with Guardians of the Galaxy is Thor.
Yeah, but I mean, like I was saying, they didn't
The
do anything with that.
Asgardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, well,
Asgardians.
As Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor: Love and Thunder, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
As
had a
Guardians of the
long-ass
Galaxy, I
title.
don't think is for a while. But...
Yeah, but it had a long ass title, which I was surprised about. Yeah, it was. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy already makes every title long, so you have to say their name and
Yeah.
then what the
Yeah.
title of the movie is.
I
But
mean, they've been just Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still, yeah. I thought this one was. They might have changed it. Love and Thunder was a bit weird title, so they might as Guardians in the Galaxy.
is
As
that-
just leave it, it'd be better.
I thought that was like a different thing, just a Thor thing. Thor: Love and Thunder.
But isn't he with
I don't know.
Guardians?
It could be. I don't know, because I remember the
I
title
guess they
was
could
being-
do different
Yeah.
movies, or like timeline stuff, different perspectives, like one first and then the other more for Thor's
Yeah.
side or whatever. But dude, this thing is gonna kill me one day. This mic arm. I need a floating mic. I need to be like a magician. Like,
You gotta put it higher so it's like above you. I don't know where you'd put it. But
yeah, what?
You gotta hang it off the
Oh,
The
It's-
window.
It's you in the back of the head.
this is the set we buy. Okay.
yeah.
No, I wish. If I was a rich person, I have money to buy a set. You kidding me? We'd be on like a yacht or something. Okay.
Damn.
Dale.
gotta go to the yacht every time.
Excuse us.
Fuck it. Why not? There'd be a party
Go
going
out
on in
to
the
the-
background. Like,
Go out to the bay and then just
Same GTA, bro.
yeah, well, it could be. If we were rich, win the lottery. Someone, damn.
I'm trying.
I've tried, okay? I tried to win that $1 billion,
Me too, dude.
bro.
I've tried to.
Oh.
We got a pool. Well, not a pool, but like a group of.
Damn, you want to pull in the lottery?
No.
That'd be
A
great.
group of coworkers. We're always putting $10 for lotto tickets.
Oh, like a group one or something. Yeah.
We never
Gotta do
won.
it yourself. You can't share it with somebody.
Yeah, how do you?
I mean, if I was a person, I'm saying I'm gonna put money into the big pot. Where were the biggest lotteries? Can't remember the name.
Mega
Jackpot?
Million?
Mega Million. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, Mega Million lottery. And I was gonna do that my entire life. Versus I'm gonna go in on a third of it for my entire life. I would do the third. Fuck it. If I win, great. I still get like $100 million or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Unless whoever has a ticket claims it and then just dips.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, get that shit in writing. Take it from someone who's about to study law. Take it from get that shit in writing. There was that whole case actually about there was a case recently in the past couple of years. It's recently for law. Of a kid who went to buy a lottery ticket for his grandma. The grandma's ticket, like she said she'd split 50-50 with him if he bought a ticket. She ended up winning, and then took him to court because she didn't want to split the money.
Hey.
Damn.
And then and then saying that it was her money and he just went and did it and that it was just a favor.
But
And
what's
that
she gonna do? She's gonna fucking die.
she wanted the money, yeah, but she wanted
You
the money.
can't take it with you.
As like a live human, same rights. Even if you're about to die the next day, you still have the same rights. Your time to death doesn't necessarily affect it.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I know.
but she went to court and they ended up. And I felt bad for the kid. The kid ended up having to basically argue with her to settle, so he got a third of it, and got
I
like a
mean,
lower
only
amount.
a
and
Still
then
a
she
lot,
got-
but
I don't think it was a Mega Million one. To be
Oh,
fair.
okay.
But it was still in the hundred. It was almost a million. I think it was in the hundreds of thousands. It was
Okay.
like almost a million. But it was it was like the kid was just gonna go get like.
Was he
candy.
18 though?
Yeah, I think he was old enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't a part of the case. So I'm guessing if he was underage, that would have been the main
I was like, if he was
yeah.
underage, like, too
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
kid.
then he could,
Too bad.
She shouldn't even have sent him to buy it. At that point. I feel like the ticket could even be void at that point, because then the fucking person sold it to someone
Yeah.
underage.
Yeah,
And like,
voided the ticket.
yeah, they could have more problems then. But yeah, I think the person was, overage. And then, he ended up, I think, just getting like 200, 300,000. Still a lot of money, $200,000, a shit ton. But yeah, and then she walked away with something like 700,000. Like, I'm sure that
After
grandson-
taxes, that's like cut
Yeah.
that.
Jeez.
Cut
Yeah,
that
it's
in,
a
like
shame,
3/4 of
It's
that.
probably like what, 400 something thousand.
If you
Fucking knows
decide to
anymore.
take it out one lump sum, or you
Yeah.
try to do like monthly payments.
Here's one thing I think I'm gonna hate later on in my life. I started studying economic tools, not economics as a tool. It's a lot more as like statisticians, and it's super chaotic. But economic tools and shit like that. I don't understand the idea for the taxes. It's like some of these taxes, the president comes in, Congress, change taxes, does stuff. So those taxes, even economists that I've read, where they're like, it could take 15 years for those to take full effect and like stabilize in the market to where they're not like chaotic and everything's like on it. We change the tax system like every 4 years, 8 if we're lucky. How does that ever work? Anything I've read on it is just like, yeah, it really should be like 15, 20 years or something for like the tax policies to really stabilize. But no, it's like every 4 years, new president comes in, new Congress and everything. They're like, let's change it.
In their favor.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't even matter. We could
Gotta
right
get
now,
their money.
Yeah,
we
bro.
could right now have two systems that both work, but take time to work, and bouncing between them, fucking us over forever. It's like I don't get it. I'm like, and again, I'm not an economist, so here's why I don't get all of it. But it's like, it just seems odd. Or I keep reading all this shit where like, oh no, tax systems take like about a decade at least to stabilize. We never allow it to get that far. Why the fuck do we even allow it to change that fast? It's like, it's confusing as fuck even to do taxes.
They don't want it to stabilize, Chris.
Yeah.
God, it's so annoying. It's just so confusing.
It's just the norm now.
I want to move to a country that's just me and a rock. It's like, it's just me. I own everything I find.
Go to Antarctica, bro.
Even that's owned. There's a whole, there's actually a map, you can find it, an Antarctic nationality map, and it's basically the continent of the Antarctic, and then it's cut into circles like a pie.
It's cut
All the
into
way around.
pieces.
Yeah, for the people that own the different territories and stuff. And the smaller and the shittier your country was, the worse your territory and the smaller it was. So you can study nothing.
To get a little small ass iceberg.
Yeah, you would get like this weird little triangle. You would be like standing to me like, all right, I'm that way and that way. Like,
Who owns the biggest plot of land?
I think the biggest ones are
Russia?
like, I think Russia's one of the ones in the top 3. I think U.S. and I think for a while it was U.K. But that might have
UK.
changed.
Damn.
It might have changed to China, because I think they do
I
allow.
thought China and Russia would.
Because I think they allow purchase of the thing, but it's supposed to be like a safe, kind of like space. We have this like thing where there's not supposed to be war in space. Right now, Russia's testing satellite missiles, but that's a whole different story. There's not supposed to be war in space.
RIP
But then how do we get Star Wars?
Yeah, but that's the idea.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like, because debris in space in the orbit can affect satellites and all that shit. We're supposed to not have war in space, but it's supposed to be the same idea with like the Antarctic and these like really harsh geographic locations on the world where we want to study. It's like there's not supposed to ever be war that touches it, 'cause it's like it's already hard enough to maintain studies there.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think you can kind of purchase and levy some ground between countries, so it does change, but for the most part, yeah, the richest countries own the most. I mean, that's what it's going to be.
It's always been like that.
Yeah. And I mean, the poorest countries, why the fuck do they care about studying Antarctica? To be honest, they have to, they're trying to stay with countries and doing other things and stuff. It's like,
It's hard enough to keep their countries alive, bro.
yeah, if anything, if I was leader of a poor country, I'd rather know about space than I would fucking Antarctica. It's just like,
Oh, see?
it's like even if they had oil there, you wouldn't even be able to claim all of it, because I'm sure it'd be a liquid thing in a mass that would go across multiple geographic areas.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Don't even bother, bro.
Oh, speaking of cool things though, I saw recently. So China in 2019 had one of their lunar missions, and one of their machines, kind of like our rovers, that was like on ground on the moon and looking at the dark side of the moon. Oh, mysterious.
I saw that in
Transformers.
Transformers.
I'll have to find a picture to throw it up right now. But they had a picture. So it was, what you'd imagine, the horizon of the moon as it was going like through, because like from the dark side into the light side or whatever.
Yeah.
You can see it. And they saw this brick like shape in the distance. And so that's their new mission. The entire Chinese rover and the lunar system and all the engineers and stuff are getting the lunar rover to that fucking square rock. They're like, what the fuck? And they're calling it the shadow house, like the mysterious house or something. Because there's no square objects in nature, or most in nature.
It's about time.
Unless it's over a certain hardness, people are going to get all like rocks and stuff. Unless it's over a certain hardness on like a scale, it's really hard to create right angles and ridges and stuff. That's why rocks and minerals are the only ones that do it.
Stonehenge.
And the idea that basically the moon had no atmosphere, where everything should have been rubbed dry, there should be no right angle things anywhere. So they were like, what the fuck is that? And they're looking at the pictures. So that's the new mission. They're just trying to get farther into the dark side of the moon to see what this mysterious object is in the distance that's supposed to be like a perfect rectangle, like sticking out of the ground or something.
Damn.
It's just a supreme brick, bro.
The Supreme Block. What if it was just a company? Like, you just saw their logo on it or something?
Supreme shot their bricks up there, dude.
Damn, bro.
You've seen those, dude? The Supreme bricks?
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
sold
yeah.
for hundreds.
Yeah.
It's just a brick that says Supreme on it.
So dumb.
I didn't know about
That
that.
happened a long time ago.
I thought you were just like
I'm
doing
not
the
even
Supreme
joking,
logo.
dude.
Yeah,
People actually buy like anything with
yeah, I know
Supreme on
that.
it.
Yeah, I know the
they
brand.
literally put a brick, put Supreme logo on it. People were waiting in line to buy it. I was like, damn, dude.
See, I thought you were joking because
Oh,
they
no.
do. I already know the
I
ridiculousness.
don't joke
of
about
it.
humans, dude.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
We make fun of ourselves all the time.
The perfect thing to make fun of. Like
Jesus Christ.
ridiculous
Yeah.
fucking humans. Humans are stupid as fuck.
I remember with Cards Against Humanity, for a while they were selling bullshit. It was literally bullshit in a box.
Nice,
God.
nice.
You could at least write bullshit in bullshit. Like,
That'd be a cool like prank gift though.
It was-
Say, I got you this card game.
it's
called
just a bunch
bullshit.
of bullshit. You know? Like, Jesus Christ.
I'm not bullshitting.
I'm not bullshitting. There's bullshit in there.
It is weird. Right now we have such like a stringent group, and we used to light bags of shit on fire in front of people's doorsteps.
Oh, yeah.
Ding dong did. Not we. That was before our
Yeah.
age group. But like that was a thing in the U.S. for a long time. Probably in other countries. It's like I feel like if you did that now, the police would be called almost instantly for like someone
Oh, yeah.
lighting something on fire in front of a house.
By-
I'd go
Biological
find them and
warfare.
light them on fire.
Jesus Christ! Steven's going out for being Dexter number 2.
Dexter's getting in my head, you know?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you know what's another good serial killer movie that's kind of underrated was or not movie, TV series was Hannibal. That was pretty good. Have you
Yeah, I
seen
never
it?
watched it. I knew of it. I
Hannibal.
never watched
That's
it.
pretty good.
Like Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah,
Like,
Hannibal Lecter. But it's
Okay.
like it's the guy. It's that guy. I don't know his name.
yeah.
It's like he's foreign. I forgot. It's a long weird like foreign name. I think it's Scandinavian or something. I don't know. But he's a good actor. It's pretty good.
But the one where
It's pretty gory.
Is it Mids Michelson or whatever? Some
No.
like Scandinavian dude I know.
he was
I forgot what movie he's in.
he was in Thor. He's the Odin.
Oh really?
He's the what?
He's
What?
Odin?
Like he plays Odin.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him.
No, I didn't think he was actually Odin.
No.
Yeah, he's Thor. Fuck. What are you? Come on. He's got a hammer.
I don't
But it's
know
pretty
his
good.
name, but, yeah.
Okay.
That was like one of the TV shows I could actually watch
Oh.
continuously.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Okay.
'Cause I remember there
They
was
did a
one-
good job with Odin. Yeah, with Odin's makeup. 'Cause, yeah, you'd really have to think of him, eye patch, like thing. He could, yeah,
Yeah.
that could be him. Yeah.
I think I saw a clip where he was feeding someone his brain. He was cooking it in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, it's
He,
pretty
like-
good.
yeah.
It's
With
it's
fava
it's
beans.
way gorier than Dexter.
Yeah.
It's more graphic.
Yeah, because he's a psychopath that is also a
Yeah.
cannibal.
Yeah.
That like, I think isn't he the something of the moths or whatever? When he's like, I'm gonna eat your liver with fava beans. Isn't that
Oh,
also?
yeah.
That's the same. Yeah, same character. I think that's from a movie, but
It's pretty good.
that's the same Hannibal Lecter.
I think
yeah,
there's
his-
two seasons. Second season's not as good, but you know,
Yeah.
that's every TV series. It kind of most sequels after a while.
Like
It's
Hannibal
down.
Lecter's kind of basic, or like at least portrayed as almost like I don't know if he's rich, but he's like more of a rich, upscaley version of like a Jeffrey Dahmer, where he likes to eat people, but yeah, he wants to have like a meal. Like he likes to like the cooking, and like he has this whole thing where he loves the cooking and the eating of the flat. And so it ends up being like he wants to be the right seasoning type deal, and like all
Yeah.
this stuff where he's really detailed. That was Is Hannibal Lecter, is that a real person?
I don't
Or is
know.
that a made up character? That's one of the things.
I'm sure there's a
made-up character.
cannibal in our history.
Yeah, but that personality was so frightening, man. That like cavalierness to shit of like, and also so like meat hungry of humans. It's like such a weird combo.
Yeah, I don't know what makes like serial killers so like enticing to like regular humans. Like, I don't know. Serial killer movies are pretty cool. Like the series, even I think it's just the mystery of the psychology behind it.
I mean, I do know that there was even psych studies that were done where they would bring in some people who had clinically suffered from psychopathy, but they were functioning. It's not like they're murderous, and people who weren't, and they'd bring them in front of a normal person, and they would kind of ask questions like, and at the end it's like, do you think that person is a psychopath? And there was somewhat of a subconscious system that the brain could see of like, I'd get uneasy about with a person that was necessarily suffering from psychopathy, where it was almost it's almost like when you see it, everyone says everyone's face is asymmetrical. Yeah. When you see someone that's symmetrical, the brain gets a little weirded out. And it's like, it's the same thing apparently, even for the personality. When you're with a psychopath necessarily, some people's brains can actually kind of like pick up on like the bunch of patterns that's happening where it gets a bit eerie. It's an interesting thing, like psychopathy ends up being able to, like, the image and how the neural chemical system creates psychopathy ends up being different enough that the brain can kind of read it. Which is crazy. Your subconscious, the amount it can read off people is more than
That's how I know Steven's a serial killer.
Yeah.
That's
how I know I'm a serial killer.
That's why he has so many knives. Why would he bring so many knives in his backpack?
I like sharp things.
That's why he's always up at night, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I take care of my business.
Jesus Christ.
All the clues are pointing.
You have no proof.
You're right, we don't. That's the scary part. Yeah, some of that shit's crazy. I mean, it's also crazy. Psychopathy end up being, people think of it as like a psychopath versus like suffering psychopathy, because it is like every neurochemical system fucking fuck up in the brain. It's like a spectrum type deal. It's how much the chemicals are in there versus not. And it's just like, some psychopaths can just have so much not remorse and understanding of like value that it's just okay to kill. And others just sit there and make shit tons of money in business. Totally fine. And they're just functioning psychopaths who don't necessarily have a ton of emotion. And they function though. They're not going to kill anyone because they understand the value or like moral systems, even if they're not linked with them. They understand the socially constructed version of it, so they don't cross that boundary.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's like morals for them are socially constructed, not a feeling of what's right and wrong necessarily. It's crazy. It's crazy that the body, like the subconscious, can even see that shit.
Yes, Steven.
That's why I study psychology. I understand my own psychopathy.
Damn. You needed to make sure you can kill people. You didn't understand it.
It's all a ruse.
It's all a ruse.
God damn. Well, and we still have more we have to do for a little bit more to tell you about D&D, I guess, before we start too.
I mean, we've also about hit an hour on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, probably end it in a little bit then. Let's see, was there any other things? Oh, I do. Okay, I mentioned Hawkeye. I don't want to leave that in. Good series. So far, it's all about... You guys remember in Ronin, in the Endgame Infinity War, where Hawkeye went, like, not evil, but he went more murderous?
Yeah.
He's, like, killing people and stuff. It's about that, basically, like, that past life, and, like, that suit being shown off again, like, but not necessarily by him, and him trying to stop it, and all these things. So it's somewhat... The mystery kind of ends pretty fast of what's going on, it seems like, so far. But it is a good show, and I think... it's going to move Hawkeye into more of a parental role for, like, all of Marvel, rather like them just doing it for the protege Kate Bishop, that's her name, because that's his co-star in the show. But yeah, so it seems like it's not just introducing her. It seems like it's also morphing the Hawkeye character into like a more parental role for the MCU and probably Young Avengers later on.
They also talk a lot about branding for Hawkeye.
Yeah, they break the fourth wall, or the third, whatever, wall a lot. With like, here's your problem with Hawkeye, is the branding. No one wants anyone to be just overconfident and stealthy anymore. And it's like they're talking actual Hawkeye branding stuff in the show.
And they Easter egg his comic look.
Yeah, his purple uniform and stuff. It's good. It's a good show, but it is, as you said, going weekly right now.
There's some badass archery in the third episode.
Where I'm like... Everyone was saying he was using non-lethal arrows, and he commented about that later on. It didn't seem like he was using non-lethal arrows, though. But there was really amazing.
He was using them non-lethally.
Yeah, sure. As he pegged people in the chest. It's like...
shoulder, you know?
It was pretty hard. But he did have one crazy one, yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have spoilers for?
Nah,
No. Spoilers for anyone for the last like 10 seconds, I guess. But he had a Pym Tech arrow that can grow and expand. Yeah, and he had like his protege shoot an arrow into the sky, so it was lobbing down, and then he shot the Pymmer at it and grew it into a huge arrow, and it shattered like the part of the bridge area in a car and stuff.
fuck.
It was crazy. Pym Tech arrows for like growing and shrinking things.
Yep.
Spoilers are over. But that was by far probably the coolest part of that episode. Was I mean that when they showed it off, and you pulled it back. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, it was such a cool arrow.
Yeah, like it zoomed in like on the Pym part.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah, it has been cool seeing him, and you get to see his like the wear and tear because he's not a superhero. He's a
Normal,
military
yeah.
agent who was the best in his field, and he was basically the best military sniper or some shit. If you wanted to give him like a thing. But it's a bit broader than that. But it's like, you know, he didn't have powers. So all the explosions, all this stuff, like he has hearing aids now. Like, or he has one hearing aid once because he's deaf on one side, and it's like hard for him to hear on the other side. So it's like, and that even goes into one of the villains they're fighting, which is like a deaf villain, basically.
Damn, a
Who,
deaf
like,
villain?
Yeah, called Echo, I believe, is like her name or whatever. But it's like, yeah, and so they're getting into kind of like the wear and tear of some of these heroes and stuff, and how they're still fighting, and using like getting around some of their like physical limitations now that have come through all the
He
battles
was
and
even
shit.
basically completely deaf for like half an episode.
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, yeah, he says in the thing that he's just like deaf one side, and then like it's hard of hearing the other. But he's like they're showing it more like he's deaf. When the hearing aid comes out, like he's deaf, like he can't hear anything. And so it's interesting. There's even sad moments. You know, he's like trying to talk to his kids and moments and stuff, and like Kate Bishop has to try and like write things down and show him what it is. And like they're getting more like story driven for him, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. It's because you have to for him because he's on the tier.
He's a
It's like
normal
trying
human
to
being.
make one for like Black Widow.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make hers because it's like there's like a big backstory behind her, but Hawkeye is like it's kind of hard to make
Yeah,
kind of
they-
sub stories for them
he
when
doesn't
you
have
have,
that
you have to do
same-
it based in nonfiction, basically.
They even delve a little bit into the aftermath of Black Widow for him a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah, where when people mention Black Widow, like that affects him. Like, you know, they show in like trailers that they're doing like this Avengers like play basically at like Broadway or whatever, and he goes to it, and it's like that's rough for him. It's like when he sees like who's supposed to be like Black Widow dancing, it's like it's a rough moment. He's like sitting there, it's like I watched her die. Like it's like other people are like pretending like she's still alive in these plays, and we won. It's like there's like they're getting into like the psychology of him and like the wear and tear, and it's like they're doing a really good job of like focusing in on Hawkeye and really expanding his story. So it is really good. It's definitely like instead of Captain America where it changed, the Falcon when he became Captain America, that like series or whatever. You know, things changed very drastically in the first couple episodes, and then it was just like the repercussions. This one is slowly kind of adding more to his story as it goes, which is nice. It's like even though they're rushing into it, you know who the villain is, kind of. It's like you're still interested to see where this story goes because you're willing to see more about like Hawkeye and that character, and like not just Hawkeye because he even says in the thing like he makes this like sad like comment to Kate Bishop, who's the person who's like idolized him her entire life, where he's like, I'm not a role model. It's like no one looks to me, no one cares about me. It's like, what are you talking about? And it's like these sad moments where it's like it's cool though, and then it's like it mixed with action. It's a good series so far. I would tell you to binge watch it at least, yeah, once it's all out, because it is worth binge watching. You know, because you're the only person who's watched some of it. Have you liked it?
Yeah, I like it. It's not my favorite out of all of them, but it's really good.
Yeah. I think my favorite's probably still WandaVision. I really like the mystery in that, but it was slow build. I understand that's not a lot of other people's favorites.
I still gotta watch that Winter Soldier thing.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've only watched part, and it's like
It was good. It
I was
wasn't-
like
good.
halfway through. I didn't finish.
It was good.
like his suit was dope.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like I said, I feel like the first half is where a lot of the changes, and then the second half is resolution for that Falcon Winter Soldier movie, like show. But so far, the Hawkeye one's definitely a bit more spread out, where it's like, okay, like I'm still like waiting for bigger changes or something. The entire time is almost like Hawkeye dealing with his old Ronin personality, where he's basically trying to get home to Christmas to his kids, and he feels terrible at missing another fucking holiday. And like it's like that sad ideal.
It's
like,
by Christmas time. Dude.
it's a Christmas time one, yeah.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a show.
It's a Christmas show.
Yeah. It's all done in New York time around Christmas.
Dang. I'm very behind in Marvel shit.
It's fair. There's a lot of it.
Yeah, because you haven't seen
I haven't seen
Shang-Chi or Eternals.
Eternals, or Black Widow.
I didn't watch Black Widow.
Uh,
It's in the past.
The only thing that happens is you find out where Black Widow got her like vest or something.
Yeah,
Like
and-
that's so
and
really funny.
You learn that her sister's hunting Hawkeye.
Yeah. Which might come up in the show.
Yeah.
People aren't sure of that yet, but
I'm glad it's free on Disney Plus. I could watch it.
yeah, it
I
is.
think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Hawkeye.
that's
Oh,
that's-
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said when.
Yeah,
No.
if you get bored one night and you need someone to watch it, I would throw on Hawkeye because you
Well,
get to see.
yeah, because I was kind of skimming through Disney Plus the other day and I saw Shang-Chi, and then I saw it was free already. I was like, oh, now I gotta add that to the list now.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
probably
yeah,
in
yeah,
a couple
Shang-Chi's
weeks you'll
out,
have
yeah.
to add Eternals to the list too.
Oh, yeah.
Shang-Chi.
You know,
It's been some of my least favorite.
I mean, I like it because I like the
Oh.
martial arts. You know,
It's more. I like Awkwafina as an actress. I didn't like her character in the movie.
Oh yeah, I don't like Aquafina in general.
Oh yeah,
honestly,
she plays.
Yeah.
She's
she's
one
like
of
a specific role. She
Yeah,
can't.
she-
She's not really.
those- She's an actor who plays herself.
Yeah, you can't cast her as a.
Yeah, like
lot
she,
of roles.
Yeah, she doesn't play anything other than herself really, because she is like she's like a comedian
Yeah.
basically, who also does like acting and stuff. She is a good actor as a part of like knowing not to look at the camera, being like in the moment of the scene and doing the things, having the emotion on her face, all that. But she is still a comedian playing herself.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily always work in these movies.
yeah.
So she wasn't my favorite side character, and that did take the movie down a little bit, because I think she's a great actress, but just, as long as she's in the right role, she can be amazing. But she wasn't in the right role for that movie. It wasn't my favorite. So I wasn't a fan. But I did forget it was on Disney Plus. Maybe I'll get a rewatch, second chance.
I like Shang-Chi. Even, I think the choreography was pretty good
Yeah.
for a Disney movie.
Yeah.
That's
I really like the was it the bus fighting scene or
yeah.
that was sick.
I did find out, apparently, in that bus fighting scene, when the jacket comes off, they put a jacket on, and it was like a nod to Jackie Chan's fighting style, because they had some of the choreographers from Jackie Chan's crew and all these things in it. Apparently, that was really fucking hard to do. And Simu, I think is the guy's name, who plays the main guy, he talked about how he had a lot of respect for Jackie Chan movement, because when you're watching, as someone else who did martial arts with choreographers and then doing it, said it looks, he puts taking off his jacket, swinging around, he puts the jacket on. He's like, that's really hard to do mid-combat, to keep your arm swinging in a certain way, but make sure the jacket's on, because it can't tuck anywhere on the arm. It has to make it completely from the wrist to the shoulder in like a half a second, or else you can't punch. And he talked about it's really hard to get that jacket on and off that fast in the combat scenes. And apparently they had to reshoot and keep doing that scene where he put the jacket on and off over and over again in the middle of the fight like 20 times. So they just couldn't get it right.
Always gotta respect Jackie Chan.
bro.
Jackie Chan's a god.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? The more I learned about choreography for martial arts and shit after watching the little like breakdowns of Shang-Chi from YouTube, it was like, Jackie Chan's a god. Like the fact that he could act to the degree he could, do the martial arts that he could, but not even just martial arts, street martial arts, I mean, using anything around him, which opened up the film thing of what could be around him, so even helped the filmmaking of martial arts. It's like the amount he did as Jackie Chan is like insane. Like that man's a god.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy to even think that they got some of their choreographers on like the Shang-Chi set, because it does show with a lot of the combats and how like street he is and like fast and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. Even the choreography they did, that they had to make up for rings that floated in the air.
Yeah.
Was like, it was amazing. All of it was amazing. I just didn't necessarily like Awkwafina.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Aquafina, no good.
Yeah. Don't expect too much from her, or expect too much from her in a moment she didn't deserve it. Yeah, I think that was most of it. Other than my thumb's still dying. If anyone who's a viewer wanted an update on my thumb from it dying last week, it's still dying this week.
Did we mention that last time?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kept saying my thumb's gonna die.
Or did we say why?
Really
we did,
fast,
we did.
I think.
Oh.
Whatever, if someone's just watching this one, I was moving. We have wooden beam things around, you can probably see, that hold people's stuff up. They're not sanded like they should be. One slid down my finger and basically stabbed through my thumb. And I had to pull it out.
Yep.
And then go to the urgent care to make sure there wasn't any more wood in it. And they said there probably is, but it'll come out on its own. So it's still dying.
Tune in next week to find out.
If I died!
If Chris turns into Groot.
I wish. But no, it's all surface. It's not discolored or anything. It's just wood moving through surface levels of skin. It's just painful. It's annoying.
Do you still feel it when you press on it?
No, not like the sensitiveness of the skin, but I don't necessarily feel like the wood in it anymore. which is good. I can move. I can move everything around. It just feels more rigid now, and it feels like it doesn't want
one with the trees.
Yep. And Druid Chris over here.
You're a Lorax. Speak for the trees.
God. I'm part of the trees, man. If the Lorax was eaten by a tree, that's what I am. Like, the Lorax came out and was like, I'll speak for you and help you. Ah! And got eaten by a tree. That's what I am.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that was it. Probably end it there. It's been a little bit. We
Time
have
to play
this
some
shit to start.
D&D.
Yeah, D&D night. All right. Yeah. Thanks you guys for watching episode 18 of Clueless Company.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.